Once again, another police chief doing what? Selling dope. Not the first time we've covered a police chief selling drugs. Put up the picture of the chief in question here. There it is. A West Michigan police chief is accused of stealing and selling drugs from a police collection box designed to do what? Take drugs off of the streets. That's according to unsealed court documents. You're looking at Hartford, Michigan Police Chief Tressa Beltran. You see, the chief is now under investigation. An investigation began when Van Buren County Sheriff's Office Narcotics Unit received an anonymous tip of possible narcotics use and sales at the Hartford Police Department involving the chief, according to the affidavit for the search warrant. Now, that's already ironic as hell, isn't it? The sheriff gets a tip that the chief of police in the same county is dealing drugs. Well, damn. What do we do here, fellas? Well, let's launch an investigation. They launch an investigation. They find out, well, where's she getting the drugs from? From a drop box, basically. There's more. 24 hydrocodone pills that went missing from the Hartford Police Department drug collection box was cited as evidence in a search warrant used in the ongoing criminal probe of Chief Beltran, Hartford Police Chief. The Hartford Police Department participates in a Van Buren County Sheriff's Office Red Med Box program, which collects approximately 2,000 pounds. Do you hear me? 2,000 pounds of unused medication every year. It's a lot of dope. It's a lot of prescription pills, a lot of narcotica. As part of the investigation, a South Haven police detective and member of the Van Buren County Sheriff's Office narcotics team advised the chief he dropped off 10 bottles of controlled substance in the Hartford Police Red Med box on June 24th. So here's the situation, everybody. The detective says, hey, chief, I just dropped off, 10 bottles of a highly controlled substance in that little box y'all have, just to let you know. Did she take the bait? All right, here's the rest of it. He, the detective, advised the chief he was placing some controlled substances in the Red Med box so he didn't have to drive around with them, according to the affidavit for the search warrant. So he came up with what we call a cover story. 2 of the bottles contained hydrocodone with a black dot in both the cap and bottle, according to investigators. Beltran is the only member. Get this now. Let's put a picture back up quickly if we can. She is the only member of the police department in Hartford with a key to access the Red Med box, according to investigators. Now, damn it, Chief. Now, I'm not saying do anything criminal, but if you would have given the key to at least one other person, let me stop. On June 29th, okay, investigators returned to Hartford Police Department to request the medication for destruction. Chief Beltran requested they return the following day and told investigators she cleaned out the container and took them into evidence, according to court documents. Chief Beltran then told the 2 members of the narcotics team she needed 15 minutes and asked them to return. All right, once again, they're supposed to have a verification here. She says, hey guys, all right, we're gonna verify this. I need about 15 minutes along with the drugs. There's more. The detectives actually watched. Let's put a picture up again. The detectives watched as the chief got into her car, drove away before she returned with a large gray trash bag, which was torn open and not secured like the original bag, filled with controlled substances. A bottle dropped off with 17 pills was returned with 4 pills missing, and a second bottle with 20 pills was returned completely empty, according to investigators. The sheriff's office is responsible for destroying the drugs collected in the boxes at local departments, according to the policy of Hartford Police Department. This investigation, ladies and gentlemen, is still ongoing. It has not been determined if any criminal charges will be filed against the chief. And my response is, the hell you mean? No criminal charges filed against the chief. The chief is currently on paid administrative leave. So not only is she still getting money from the taxpayers, she's getting money as a drug dealer. You literally are employing at government expense a dope dealer. You got to marinate on that for a minute. We're not sure if we're going to press charges here. Yeah, we know she sold dope, had a whole undercover operation about the dope that she ended up stealing. Now, damn it, forget the selling of the dope. You know she stole it. Go ahead and charge her with that. She'll admit she sold it later. These people crack under pressure. They haven't even done that, dear brother. What are your thoughts here?
Well, she's not even a good dope dealer.
Not even a decent one.
If the drugs are missing from a lockbox and you're the only person with the key to that box, I don't know how long the investigation takes. But what we have here is another movie, and this movie's been made a few times, where the cop is stealing the drugs, or they rob the police impound or whatever. We've seen this story over and over. Again, if you're going to be a drug dealer, at least be good at it. You're not good. How lazy are you? You're the only person with the key to the box. You steal the drugs and then you try to sell them. I'm surprised she didn't bust whoever she sold them to so she could confiscate them and sell them again.
See? Yeah, let me not. She needs to be arrested. She needs to be indicted, obviously. And it looks as if she may have, in fact, been working alone.